Well, these two men we're looking at now, the Quad Father and his tag team partner, the man who likes to call himself real name, no gimmicks. We're talking about Mike Outlaw. We're talking about Camaro Jackson. And together, they made a major statement a month ago at Hell Hath No Fury because they aligned with one of the most venerable veterans in AAW and somebody who feels like he's not getting his just due, and that's Stephen Wolf, back from a year removed from neck fusion surgery. And Stephen has aligned himself with two hot prospects from your neck of the woods. They've trained under Davey Richards, Team Ambition. They call themselves GMB, Grown Men Business. And I think, Greg, that the lack of Stephen Wolf at ringside now plays into something he said a month ago, that Stephen was offended at the level of competition they've gotten. And I think Stephen Wolf feels the same way. No disrespect to Chambers or Castle, but I think Stephen Wolf is aiming for the stars.
Well, and I tell you what, I mean, I wouldn't want to run up against any three of those men. Wolf, Quad Father, Outlaw, I don't want to come across any three of them. I'll call it a night if I have to do that, but especially aligned as a unit. I don't know who's going to stop them here on their rise to the next level in AAW. We talk about how AAW Alive is where the stars are made. The next AAW stars is what you're seeing here. Mark my words, 6 months to a year, these guys are going to be in main events, all three of them.
Brent Castle studied for 3 to 4 years as a professional wrestler, but also has studied amateur wrestling, catch wrestling, jiu-jitsu. He knows many fighting styles, and we'll see if he can go just throwing hands in the center of the ring.
His quickness is already on display there as he was rolling around kind of trying to disorient Mike Outlaw. I think he should have stuck with that as you're sitting here squaring up. I don't know if I would want to square up with Mike Outlaw, one of the toughest guys I've ever met.
Outlaw, an 8-year pro in the game, as a blind tag was made to Camaro Jackson, who takes over seamlessly. Great offense.
Watch this. Quad, they don't call him the Quad Father for nothing, Joe. Look at that power. Boom, right into a big suplex.
Greg, you can't have a house without a solid foundation. And the mass, the strength, the power that resides in that man's quadriceps muscles, I think it surpasses anybody of his size or body type I've seen.
Yeah, he's a squatty little man. You know, he's not super tall, but he packs
him, sir?
No, he packs so much power. I mean, I think of like a guy like a Rhino that was not the tallest guy in the game, but he was super strong for his height, and that's what you're dealing with Camaro Jackson. You just saw him lift a grown man there. That was a grown man that he scooped up, and boom, big spine buster there. 1, 2. Oh, I thought that might have been it right there.
And Greg, I know you've been in the trenches in the St. Louis area. From what I've heard from many insiders, the insertion of Outlaw and Jackson here into AAW has been in the eyes of many long overdue. Would you concur with that?
I would, absolutely. Camaro Jackson been on the come up a little bit less amount of time than Mike Outlaw. You mentioned both of them kind of training under Davey Richards now. I would think of that more of like a finishing school. Mike Outlaw really was the original trainer of Camaro Jackson, and he kind of brought him along in the St. Louis scene. So together, Mike Outlaw has been on that grind a little bit longer, but they both are right on the cusp of superstardom, and I think you're going to see it here tonight and going into the months to come here in AAW.
Outlaw bringing that aggression. Chambers, the aggression on his team as well. Something's got to give here as tags made on both sides.
Well, that tag was much needed as Chambers comes in with a big knee. So that's a momentum change that was needed here.
Oh, man, just overhead throw, release style.
Just him, my God.
Outlaw landed high and tight right in the back of his head, and I think Jackson could sense some turmoil and trouble and had to run in and make a save.
And that he did, but he gets a big clothesline for his efforts, but...
Well, Greg, imagine what this would mean if Chambers picks up a win and ends Stephen Wolf's long-term plans, second time out of the chute.
Oh, yeah, that puts a halt right to these guys' plans, to Stephen Wolf's plans. He would be coming in hot the next time we see him.
As if he's ever been in a good mood.
Tandem offense there. I'll tell you, being on the shelf like that, being injured, that's enough to make you mad anyway. And then you come back, you don't get the fanfare that you feel like you deserve, and he knows that there's these two boys that are knocking on the door as well. So all three are angry and talented, and that's a dangerous combination here.
Camaro is rocking both adversaries from both sides, but Brant Castle with an opportunity to follow up here, get an upset. His debut.
with
the
amazing
numbers,
quickness, but quickness doesn't help you when your head gets driven into the map. But here comes Chambers.
yeah, the numbers may be too great, but now referees lost complete control of this thing. Chambers looking to end it.
Oh my! And Mike Outlaw on the way out. Chambers coming in hot on Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the strength of Jackson. That's exactly what I was talking. Just chucks Chambers.
Switches directions with a 230-pound man in midair and takes the knee. God, Castle's in trouble.
Oh, here they are. They're squaring him up. This could be it. Big kick to the head. Huge lariat. That's got to be it, Joe. Outlaw with the cover. 1, 2, 3. There's your winner.
To it, and that was grown man business. Stephen Wolf, you found 2 diamonds in the rough for sure.
5 minutes, 5 seconds. Your winners, Camaro Jackson and Mike Outlaw.